Hello and welcome to this short segment. I'm Laura Greco, founder of the Resilient Mama Movement, and a movement we are making impact in the way we parent our children as well as the way this planet goes forward. And what better way to do that than to go within as mothers and begin to really engage with who we are and how we're showing up. So if we're finding ourselves in, going into reaction, if we're finding ourselves overwhelmed or feeling anxious, if we're noticing that in our children, and that's being reflected back to us and creating this cycle, then it's time to begin to examine how we're seeing life and how we're showing up, because it's all about what we are being that brings forward what we're doing. So I'm a person who is re-engaged in the reading of the Master Keys. I by Hanel. I'm also reading The Greatest Salesman of the World in the World. And in both these cases, what I'm reminded of and what I want to bring forward for all of you, because what I learn is for you, is how are we showing up? Are we examining? Are we stepping back, observing, paying attention, becoming aware of when we're in reaction? And are we finding fault somehow, finding fault with ourselves, finding fault with our child, or finding fault with a coworker or a spouse, whatever it is, a friend? Because if we are, and it's a pattern, we want to take a look at that, because what's happening on the outside is indicative or a mirror of what's happening inside. And so what is happening inside of us that is being reflected back to us in the outside world? Understanding that this does take place, or at least entertaining the idea of it, I invite you to just step back and look and see, is this happening for you? Is this the source of your overwhelm, your anxiety, and your reactions? And if this is true, what are next steps? Well, in my reading, what I understand is that our attitude, our thoughts, all inform how we go forward in life, how we show up, what's our energy, and so forth. Now, they are coming from habits. We are in the habit of reacting to a certain thing. We are in the habit of going into some kind of indulgence when we're not feeling comfortable in the moment, of whatever it is, or we're in the habit of spinning back into a negative way of thinking. And how do we break habits? Do you know? Yeah. So the only way to break a habit is to create a new one. And there's a whole lot of science and understanding that goes behind this. But the basic quick answer is we must replace a habit we don't want to repeat, with a habit that we do want to repeat. And we must create the habit of doing it on and on. But how do we get there? How do we do that? And how do we not only do that for ourselves, but in doing so, how does this help our children and the planet? These are all questions I'd love to answer for you. I'd love to give you more tips and helpful hints about all of this. It really starts with you evaluating yourself. So I'm going to pop this in the link. I have a gift that I'd love to give to you that will allow you to sign up for my free gift, which is a self-assessment, as well as an opportunity to have an appointment with me where we go over your self-assessment. And also contained in that gift is a source of a new habit that you can begin to create. So I have a little acronym in there that will allow you to begin to make a new habit by following the acronym. Okay. I love you all. This all comes to you with love, and I can't wait to see you on the other side. So be sure to click the link.